Sri Rajarajeswari Swamiji for having given me this second opportunity to speak in this very revered temple. Yesterday, I was able to narrate some of the nostalgic moments of this temple. I just want to give a small idea about how this temple came to be what it is today. When Swami came to Bangalore in 1967 and bought this property, land for 5,000 rupees, I narrated yesterday that he got it for 5,000, but I didn't say that he did not have that money on that day. He asked somebody to provide that money and it was provided. So from that day onwards, when this temple was built, he did not have a budget. He did not even know that it would become this big. He had a vision. So the temple started with the Sanctum Sanctorum and came around. And all this while, he did not have a budget. He did not know who will provide that money. He knew for sure that Lord Rajarajeswari will provide that money if you have the will and you are dedicated to the God. This is a very valuable lesson for all of us. We are used to earning and then spending. But when it comes to charity, it's the reverse. Unless you do charity, you don't earn money. If you have money, you have an attachment to that money and you don't want to spend it. People will say you spend 1/6 of your earning, 1/4 of your earning. That's all theoretical. There's no. So when you want to do charity and you are inclined towards charity every day, you are going to be provided with whatever is needed to do the charity. You just have to have the will and you have to be steadfast. So if you have read the history of 63 Nayanmars of Saiva, at least 50 of them have become Nayanmars who have been recognized by Lord Shiva because they were not rich, they were not extraordinary. But with whatever limited means they had, they did charity. You don't have to spend 1 crore rupees to become a charity-minded person. If you have 5 rupees and spend 4 rupees on charity, you are the greatest charitable person. Person having 1 crore and spending 10 lakhs is not equal to spending 4 rupees out of 5 rupees. But then you have to define what is charity. People think that if we provide money to somebody who needs it, that is charity. That is true and not true. It is true to the extent that you are providing money for the needy, but who is that person who is in need? Is he going to repay that as a debt to you? Is he in a position to repay that debt? Or he, for example, you provide money to your employee for his daughter's wedding. Should it be considered as charity? I would say no. Technically, it's not charity, it's humanitarian. But because he is capable of providing something in return to you by way of loyalty, or he might help you in some other way in future. So the idea is to be charitable to somebody who is not capable of doing anything in return to you. How do you identify that? There are only 3 ways of doing it. One, you spend money on temples. You don't know who is the beneficiary. Today you will come, tomorrow somebody else might come. It's not meant for only your relatives and friends. You do not know the beneficiary. So if the beneficiary is unknown and you have spent money for that, that's charity. Similarly, you spend money on education. You provide education and the charity, let it go to a school which is not going to favor you with a seat tomorrow. You provide money to a government school, it's not going to repay anything. And you provide an anonymous donation to somebody who will not know the benefactor. If the beneficiary knows the benefactor, he might become an IAS officer day after tomorrow and he will come and try to return the favor. Therefore, the idea of charity is gone. Similarly, you provide money to a charitable hospital. I had the privilege of visiting the Temple of Health constructed by Swamiji. It's a monument. In 10 years, you will see Bangalore having a Taj Mahal. People will come to Bangalore only to see that temple. I can assure you that. The vision that he had in building that, I don't know how he funded that. I am very surprised. So I could see that he followed the footpath of his guru, Swami, who had no money when he bought this property. Probably a similar idea came to his mind. He just built it and the money should have flowed. That's how I would perceive. So contribute money, not only money. When I say charity,